think about it, but you know. All right, let's get into it. First and foremost, I do want to thank everybody for joining the live stream. As always, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys also tap into the Patreon page. So let's get into it. The market today is pretty flat. You got a couple industries that are doing pretty good. Energy, as always, has been the top growth market over the years so far. But for the most part, you know, GameStop's doing pretty good because they opened up some more shares. But for the most part, the stock market, not so much crypto, the stock market is pretty flat. One of the reasons why the stock market is flat is because our favorite person, Fed Chair Powell, will be speaking to the House today. I'm assuming they're going to be speaking more to the economy. I don't know exactly what time this is going to be happening, but just like last week, most times when he speaks, the market doesn't really move. A lot of people are kind of on edge about what he is going to say, being that last week some of the things he said kind of scared people. The biggest thing that he said was that they were going to be raising the interest rate maybe 2 or 3 times by 2023. It's important to know that when he says that, that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to be raising the interest rate this year. Just within the next 2 years, it could go up a couple more times. So, because of that, the stock market is pretty flat. He didn't really say last week anything bad about the market. He did say that he didn't expect the inflation to be what it is. He did also say that this whole inflation period is a transition thing. It's just part of inflation. I did just watch this thing on CNBC where they said that this could be like this until about October, realistically. A lot of it has to do with kids going back to school. A lot of it has to do with the retirements of people and us catching up for those people. And a lot of it has to do with people still relying on the federal unemployment. All three of those things are the reasons why people aren't going to work the way they're supposed to, which means that inflation, once again, will still be what it's going to be. And I know you guys are probably tired of me here talking about this. I've been saying this maybe 2 out of the 3 times every single week, but this is important. You have to know why the market is what it is. So in terms of the stock market, it could go up after today, it could go down, but no matter what, it's going to realistically be flat. And as I said before, this is one of the reasons why you need to tap in on some of the stocks and cryptos and ETFs that is still making money, because it's not like all sectors are down. Like I said, the energy sector is doing well. The real estate market is doing well, even though they just announced that existing home sales fell for the fourth straight month in May. The market in itself is still doing very well. So you know, there's still sectors that you can tap into that does give a lot of growth opportunities. Once again, if you want insight on some of those sectors, tap into the Patreon page. I just dropped some content yesterday where we talked about why crypto is down, but also talked about a new IPO that's going to be dropping this week that is projected, don't quote me, is projected to do 10 times return within the next year. Tap into the Patreon page. Don't quote me on it. Do your research. But once again, if you want that insight, tap into the Patreon page. In terms of crypto, because I know that's why most people are probably in here today, crypto. Crypto looks shitty today. It looks bad. It doesn't look really appealing. It doesn't look like some shit that anybody should get into, right? We spoke about this a couple of weeks ago when crypto originally went down. China. China has a couple weeks ago they actually enforced crypto going down. Like they put a ban on crypto. It was mainly because of the mining and what it was doing to the environment, but to kind of put a halt on the whole thing, they just stopped Bitcoin crypto trading as a whole. So when you see, you know, Bitcoin going under 30,000, or you know, Dogecoin going under 20 cents, and even Ethereum and Litecoin going down, it's because the largest country population wise in the world has just suddenly been banned from doing all types of trading, and they're making these people sell these stocks. So it's not like a situation where it's like, all right, we'll just hold it until things clear up. No, they're making them sell them. because they know that as long as they have them in their possession, they can always trade them, which means that it'll still be an active market. And China don't play about that shit. You know, they are a full-fledged communist country. So when the country says something, you got to do it. A lot of times, some of these people might end up going to jail for holding this shit. So it's not worth it for the average Chinese resident to even hold this shit right now. So when you factor in, there's a country of over 1 billion people, which is like 3 times the amount of people in America, that actually all of a sudden just decide we're not going to be doing any trading. This is the after effects of it. Now, once again, they did it because of the mining. They didn't do it because they have a problem with Bitcoin or crypto as a whole. They did it because of the illegal mining that is going on in China. So once they actually get a handle on that, there's no way in God's green earth that China will stop this completely. I think it's just mainly to regulate how mining is going, because illegal mining has become such a big thing. So with that being said, if you look in some of these crypto stocks, or crypto coins, like for instance Bitcoin. You know, Bitcoin in April was at 65,000. That was 2 months ago. 2 months ago was at 65,000. Dogecoin 2 months ago was at 76 cents, 75 cents. You can't just think that these things are just going to go away. There's too many people that are invested into it, and really the wealthy people are buying into this stuff now. It's just playing the long haul, and this actually does real investors a favor, because these retail traders who really had no business being in it to begin with are slowly exiting out of it. It doesn't seem as sexy to get into the stock market or investment market anymore, because nobody's posting screenshots of them tripling and quadrupling up anymore. So those people who are natural followers, they're getting away from it because the hype is almost gone. So now that the hype is almost gone, if you're an actual investor, if you're somebody who's looking at investment as a 3 to 5 year minimum thing, now is a golden opportunity to get on some of these stocks. Like, I can't think that Dogecoin may not ever get at 17 cents again. It may not ever touch 17 cents again. Bitcoin may not ever touch 29,000 again. So if you get on it right now, it was just 2 months ago these things were where they were at. So if they so say in another 6 months, 12 months, where if it doubles up, that's still a win, unless you can find some other investment that's going to guarantee you a double up that is legal. So, you know, for the people who, you know, treasure buying the dip, this is a golden opportunity to buy the dip. I don't know when shit's going to go back up. Realistically, it may not go back up until China actually opens it back up again, because once again, that's a market of over 1 billion people. But that's okay. That's what stock markets is all about. It's about the futures. It's not about right now. So this is just insight, you guys. You don't have to necessarily buy a crypto. You can always tap into the Patreon page, and I speak on specific ETFs and stocks that are doing well right now. They're not going to pay like Dogecoin. They're not going to pay like some of these penny stocks that turned into 60 cents where you guys are making this kill. That's not what the stock market is about. It's about the long term growth. Long term growth, guys. So, I mean, that's pretty much it, though. Like, it ain't really much else to speak about. We will talk about what's going on with this Fed Chair Powell thing with the House tomorrow. Hopefully, he doesn't say anything that screws up the market more than it already is. But it's pretty simple. The stock market is flat because they're waiting to see what Powell says. The crypto market is plunged basically because of China. So until that gets rectified, this is just a good time to buy, sit on it, and wait for it to go back up. So that's pretty much it, y'all. We will have another live stream tomorrow. We will also have new content on the Patreon page tomorrow about some new stocks, ETFs, different things to get to the bag right now. Uh, but that's pretty much it, y'all. Appreciate all the support. Appreciate all the subscribers. I will see you guys tomorrow.